Hey, brother! Jay, I will admit that somehow, like, the first 7 times that I watched Moana, I did not notice that Moana looks exactly like Te Fiti.
Okay, if I'm being entirely honest, it was actually the first 9 times. And I didn't notice because I was sobbing.
That insane slow motion Moana walk through the parted sea? The heartless lava monster villain conceding to the heart-wrenching song? She doesn't even have a heart to be wrenched, and yet here we are, sobbing together as a group, all of us. Anyway, today we discuss why Moana looks exactly like Te Fiti. Seriously, how do you not get chills inside of this moment? It's almost impossible to actually pay attention to what Moana is saying, but if you do pay attention to what she's saying,
this is not who you are.
I mean, chills! I can't possibly be alone here. And then she follows it up with who you truly are, and then they face cuddle, and all is well.
Hashtag face cuddle.
It's a thing and you should try it. It's a super epic moment, but it does kind of make you wonder why the heck on earth didn't the ocean just return the heart of Te Fiti on its own instead of taking it like hundreds of thousands of miles away and giving it to a toddler? I mean, come on, ocean, look where it falls into. Well, you. It's like right next to the island. It's right there. But yeah, sure, toddler, whatever. Real smart ocean. Smart Ocean. That kind of seems like a non-profit that like cleans up oceans. Here at Smart Ocean, we are looking to create a better, smarter ocean. An ocean that can grow up, be the captain of its high school soccer team, and get a medical degree from an affordable but still respectable school. That's not real, but you should consider limiting your plastic usage. But going back to that moment between Moana and Te Kā, it basically sums up the theme of the entire movie. The theme of discovering your true identity. It's basically the arc that every character in the movie undergoes.
Except hey, he's still just a dumb rooster at the end.
What is your deal? Take Maui, for example. For most of the movie, the only thing that he is concerned with is getting his fish hook back. And it has nothing to do at all with helping restore the heart of Te Fiti. It's because he believes the hook is the key to his identity.
Without my hook, I am nothing.
This is the identity he has to tackle throughout the movie. And despite over and over again proving to himself that the hook does not define him, he continues to insist upon it. First, even after he picks it up, he fails to defeat Tamatoa, and it's actually Moana who defeats him and gets the hook out of there. Then, even in full possession of it, he still can't totally get it to work. There's literally a scene where his like physical appearance is like a split identity. And then, even after he's remastered the hook, they take on Te Kā, it gets damaged in the process, and with his identity at stake, Maui leaves. It's only after Moana embraces her own identity and continues on with the journey without him that he is willing to accept the idea that it's not the hook that defines him, but what you do with it. And upon his return, you can immediately see how it affects his strategy. On his first attempt against Te Kā, he immediately goes for the giant hawk transformation. In round 2 though, he immediately goes for a bug, a much more humble creature that gives him a solid advantage. And of course he decides that losing his hook for a worthy cause is worth it, because after all,
Hook? No hook. I'm Maui.
The villagers go through this too. They are determined that they know exactly who they are, which is people who live on an island and never deviate from anything other than the norm all the time and always. They even have a song about it.
Who needs a new song? This old one's all we need.
Who needs a new song? This old one's all we need. What kind of mentality is that?
And this week on the Top 40, we have once again, tradition is our mission.
Basically, as long as they keep doing exactly what they're doing, everything will be fine, except for the overwhelming evidence that the opposite is true. And they are stubborn about it. It's not until the chief's daughter literally leaves the island altogether, revives a god, and returns that they decide that not only they can, but they should be voyaging the ocean. Speaking of the ocean, even it's having a bit of an identity crisis. I mean, what even is the point of the ocean? Well, 1, it provides a place for things to live, and 2, Maui says,
You know, the ocean used to love when I pulled up islands.
well, now people don't sail on the ocean and all of the life is dying, so I can see the ocean being like, what is the point of me? You see, ocean? That's why you should have gone to college.
No, I just want to take a few years off and have people travel the world on me.
How's that working out for you, Ocean? You could have been a doctor. And of course, that brings us to the 4th player in this whole game, the chosen one herself, Moana. On the surface, Moana doesn't really come across as that much of a flawed character. Sure, she is drawn to the ocean, but she also seems to be an exceptional leader.
We should clear the diseased trees, and we will start a new grove there.
But she is absolutely dealing with an identity crisis herself. It's kind of the same as Maui. She thinks she's the chosen one because the ocean quite literally chose her. But what she keeps failing to realize is that she is the chosen one, and the entire movie she just keeps repeating,
I am Moana of Motunui, and you will board my boat and store the heart of Te Fiti.
Do you see the problem? She keeps saying she's the chosen one, but then keeps thinking that Maui's the one who's supposed to do the thing. And this is where a big question comes into play. Like, what role does Maui actually play in this movie? The legend says that someone will deliver him across the ocean and he will restore the heart of Te Fiti. But that's not what ends up happening. Moana does it herself. What is the point of Maui? What is the point of the prophecy if it doesn't even come true? Well, I think it does come true. I think restore the heart of Te Fiti actually has two meanings. The first one is the more obvious one. It quite literally means put the physical little green stone heart of Te Fiti back into the spiral. But the second is to restore the natural order of things, and that one is a little more complicated. The way things used to be involved Maui pulling up islands, Te Fiti giving them life, and the voyagers traveling between all of them and discovering new places. That's a lot more to correct because one, the voyagers have kind of lost their way and don't know how to sail anymore. So just putting the rock back doesn't fix that much. Sure, life will be restored to the islands, but they still wouldn't know how to sail and would be too afraid to do so. Maui, of course, has also lost sight of his own purpose as well. So just because the heart is restored, unless he knows his place and everything, there won't be any new islands to sail to. So what I'm saying is, for this interpretation of the heart of Te Fiti, it's not represented by the little green stone, but by Moana herself. And in that case, Maui does deliver the heart across the sea, and not only that, teaches her to sail so that that knowledge is restored to her people. Whenever I watch this movie, and it's often, I always wonder why they fail the first time they get to Taka. Like, they did everything right. It feels like they should succeed, but no, there's still a little more left to be done. The reason they fail is because Moana hasn't quite gotten to this place yet. The place where she is a capable voyager, where she is alone at sea. That is the place where the heart is restored. This also answers the question everyone seems to have of why didn't the ocean just return the heart itself? And the answer is, it does. Just not the heart you're thinking of. Also, water can't touch lava. They make a big point of that. So to answer our original question, why does Te Fiti look like a giant green Moana? Because Moana is the heart of Te Fiti. This really makes everything else click into place too. Grandma Tala says,
Moana, that voice inside is who you are.
And what is that voice telling her to do? Exactly what Te Fiti wants, because she is Te Fiti. Sort of. Do you remember that great Twitter joke?
When you use a bird to write with, it's called tweeting.
Agreed! Hilarious! But what is it that he ends up drawing on the oar? It is a representation of the two people on this journey. Maui is of course the hook, and Moana is the heart. Guys, for my question of the day, what do you think? Is Moana the heart? Be sure to leave your thoughts in the towel section down below. Guys, as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to see some more Moana action from us, you can click right here to find out what her spirit animal is, or right here to find out why the ocean chose Moana. But Jay, that's all I've got for you today, man. I will see you on Tuesday.